is Ms. Kaho Morihara. Please start.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kaho Morihara from Japan. I am a member of the local government in Kagawa Prefecture. And today, I have come here to find someone who can join us and to help with our new project. Do you know Kagawa, which is located in the northeast of Shikoku Island? It is actually the smallest prefecture in Japan. But at the same time, Kagawa has many popular foods and traditional craftworks which are the best in the whole of Japan. Today, I'd like to introduce you some of them. Recently, the number of foreign tourists visiting Japan has been increasing, and especially Chinese people make up a large portion of foreign tourists visiting Japan. Indeed, Chinese culture and Japanese culture are quite different. But if we take each good point together, we believe that we'll be able to create a marvelous benefit. Therefore, the aim of this presentation is to offer a unique possibility for foreigners, especially Chinese people, to learn about Japan, but also for cultural exchange and to deepen our mutual international understanding. Now, let me explain this tour, what we call Culture Tour, which we have specially put together with couples from China. In order to achieve the goal of this tour, I'm going to suggest 2 E. The first E is experience. On day 1, couples will experience making Kago's really famous food, udon noodles. Firstly, they can learn the basic history of udon noodles. For example, Kagawa has the most famous production and consumption of udon noodles in Japan. And, in fact, the noodles were introduced by China long time ago. Did you know that? When I found out, I felt some special relationship between China and Kagawa. Secondly, they will experience making udon noodles. But why for couples? Actually, udon noodles are originally believed to bring good fortune because just like the form of the udon noodles, it has the power to sustain something for a long time. So, couples will make very long noodles so that they can sustain a good relationship with their partner for a very long time. Thirdly, they can learn the spirit of Japanese people while making udon noodles. For example, some udon noodle makers put high value on the shape of udon noodles. They care even 0.1 millimeter long when cutting noodles in order to make good noodles which will match its sauce perfectly. This is the spirit of entertaining customers which Japanese people all have, even if you don't notice it. On day 2, couples will experience making ucha fans, Kagawa's very popular and traditional craftworks. First is the basic history of ucha fans. For example, Kagawa has 90% share of ucha fans in the whole of Japan. And making process has 47 parts, all of which cannot be skipped. Second is to experience making ucha fans. This time, couples will try to make the designs of the ucha fans, including their memorable pictures with their partner. When it's completed, it will be the only one of its kind in the world. Third is the spirit of Japanese people. Kagawa's ucha fans are made of bamboo, not plastic like ordinary ones, although it's a hard process to make with bamboo. I have a bamboo ucha fan and a plastic one here. Bamboo ucha fans are much lighter than plastic ones. It means from children to the elder or even sick people can use them easily. Moreover, since bamboo can be easily bent, bamboo ucha fans create much comfortable and cool wind. The difference is obvious. Like this, in Japanese idea, they think it's very important to imagine customers when they make something. We hope that these experiences will be the great memory of cooperating together between couples, and at the same time, knowing Japanese culture. Finally, I will show you a unique aspect of this culture tour. This time, the second E is exchange. Chinese couple will join us together as members of Kagawa's tourism staff and exchange opinions with us. Actually, since 2011, we started a project which we try to attract more Chinese people for sightseeing to Kagawa. This was because in the same year, we started operating direct routes between Shanghai and Kagawa. Hence, the number of Chinese tourists visiting Kagawa has increased, but we think that we'll be able to create a much better tour if we learn from the opinions of Chinese people. So please provide us any idea on how we can make a much better tour. We have two things to do. One, think how we can make a much better tour together while exchanging our opinions, and Chinese couple will make a presentation. Two, make a promotion video about Kagawa's tourism. We will make promotion video targeting Chinese people together while exchanging our ideas. We hope that we can understand each other's culture by working together, because we have to express our own opinions during this project. And Chinese couples will be able to understand Japanese culture by involving and following the style of Japanese office, which you cannot experience through general tours. Now, let's review this culture tour. On day 1 and day 2, we, Kagawa's tourism staffs, will entertain couples from China and experience making udon noodles and ucha fans. From day 3 to day 5, Chinese couples will join us together as members of Kagawa's tourism staff and exchanging opinions with us. With these two E, we hope that we can establish good relations between China and Japan. This culture tour lasts 5 days, and 5 couples can join each time. This is because it has been 5 years since we started this project to attract more Chinese people to come to Kagawa. During this tour, we have a tour guide who can speak Chinese, so there's no need to worry about not speaking Japanese. And the total cost of this culture tour is this. But as an expression of gratitude for helping us, the culture tour experience will be free. So the total will be 3,762 Chinese yuan. I guess no other tour is cheaper than this tour for traveling to Japan. We believe that this culture tour can contribute toward deepening the bonds not only between couples, but also between Chinese people and Japanese people, and build good relations for future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morihara. And now we'll go to the judges for the question and answer session.
Morihara-san, thank you very much for your presentation. I think it was very well organized and very articulate.
Thank you very much.
And I liked your two E's, especially your second E, which is exchange. I think interaction with local people is very important, attracting foreign tourists.
Yeah.
I have two questions, simple questions. Number one, you mentioned about fans or uchiwa, made out of either plastic or bamboos.
Yeah.
Do you think foreign people will be able to understand the difference?
Yes.
And also
sorry.
one more question about the udon, which I believe is an attractive product in your prefecture. And it's a long product, which brings happiness, I understand. But soba or ramen or other things, which are long, also long, serve the same purpose. What do you think?
Yeah. And about first question, like the uchiwa fans, it's maybe I think that foreign people, Chinese people, will also understand the difference because as I have uchiwa fans here, and the difference is like very obvious. And the bamboo uchiwa fans are very light, and maybe I think plastic uchiwa fans are continuously. If you use that continuously, the arm will be tired. But but with bamboo uchiwa fans, it is not. It is easy to use as well as it is not so heavy. So Chinese people will also notice the difference, I think. And about the second question, like other noodles, soba or somen, it's also long. But actually, the noodles, every noodles has the power to maybe it has power to sustain something for a long time. But udon noodles are especially said to bring good fortune because it is very strong and thick, very, not thin. It means very, it brings us very strong happiness, not just like soba or somen, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now let's go to another judge for the second question.
Morihara-san, thank you very much for your great presentation, which is very, very interesting.
Thank you very much.
And as you know well, the Japanese government has been working to establish Japan as a leading tourism nation. And one of the major promotional action plans is how to vitalize and develop inbound tourism of local areas.
Yeah.
And my question is, could you kindly explain what are the major challenges to build specific tourism promotional plans of rural areas from the viewpoint of local government tourism officers? In other words, as communication and cooperation between local government and local people is so important. So could you kindly explain about your challenges?
Okay. Challenges or like how we can solve that problem, right? Actually, Kagawa Prefecture has started this project, like attract more Chinese people to come to Kagawa. And since we started this project, we tried to the crew or the shop clerk tried to try to speak Chinese, and and also like accept the system or accept the credit card from China or like that. So the system in Kagawa is quite high. The level is quite high, I think. And what is important in rural area is that I think the transportation system and understanding, try to understand our difference of culture, I think. Is that my Is that okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, judges, for the questions. And now we'll go to the audience for a question. Does anyone have a question? We have a lady over here in white. It was actually in the back.
Thank you so much for the great presentation. My name is Ayanishio from Kansai Gakuin University. I have one question. And I understand that your tour is about Uchiwa-pan's udon and working experience, right? And I thought udon is not really new concept for in the tour in Kagawa. And Uchiwa-pan is seasonal thing, so you can't really attract the tourists in winter or other seasons by using Uchiwa. So the concept of your tour is not, for me, it's not really attractive all the time. So the unique point of your tourism is maybe about the working experience. But you are targeting couples.
Yeah.
And if I were in that situation, I don't really want to work with my boyfriend. So I want you to explain how can you attract couples to work together in Kagawa?
Except for the udon noodles and uchiwa fans, right? I think, like in the situation of like involving in the Kagawa's tourism staff, the couples also have to cooperate together, like when they make presentation, and also each couples will make a presentation as well, and also and there are many chances to cooperate together between couples, like as I said before. So the project of this Kagawa's tourism office is also good for couples, I think.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Ms. Morihara, for a very interesting presentation.
Thank you very